Good evening, welcome to our news channel. Today we bring you updated information on the main events in Brazil and the world. Are you ready to stay informed about everything? So don't waste any more time and join us for this unmissable edition of our journalism, Battle of Bakhmut, why Ukraine and Russia do not give up on disputing a city without strategic importance, with symbolic and political value. The city is surrounded and destroyed after 8 months of constant attacks. The Battle of Bakhmut, one of the most violent and prolonged of the war in Ukraine, has acquired with the passing of months a symbolic value that goes far beyond its strategic interest. The fate of this city in eastern Ukraine recalls that of the port of Mariupol in the south. Destroyed by months of terrible fighting until it fell to the Russians in the first half of 2022, Bakhmut, a small industrial city in eastern Ukraine with 70,000 inhabitants before the Russian invasion, is destroyed after 8 months of fighting. Called Hell on Earth by Ukrainian soldiers, the locality is practically surrounded, according to the Russian paramilitary group Wagner. The incessant battle and the metro-to-metro advances caused many casualties on both sides, few analysts say. Even Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky admitted in an interview with the French newspaper Le Figaro in February, from a strategic point of view, Bakhmut is not very important, because the Russians completely destroyed the city with their artillery. It is not a military target of great value, said Australian retired General Mick Ryan, associate researcher at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, SISE, in Washington. The Battle of Bakhmut uses human and material resources on a large scale. The investment is disproportionate to the importance of the city, Ryan said. With the passing of months and the situation becoming more and more difficult, Bakhmut acquired a symbolic dimension. President Zelensky visited what he called the Fortress of Bakhmut in December. The founder of the Wagner paramilitary group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, practically turned the city into a personal battle to demonstrate the value of his mercenaries. The magnitude of the losses gave Bakhmut political importance, emphasizes Mick Ryan. It is a symbol, both for Ukrainians and Russians, agrees Thibaut Foulet of the Foundation for Strategic Research, FRS. But some things that were announced as definitive turning points in the war were not, he says, citing in particular the Russian withdrawal from the Kharkiv region, northeast, in April, or the Ukrainian recapture of Kherson, south, in the second half of last year. I believe we will quickly move to the other point of tension on the front line, which is characteristic of this war of attrition, he adds. The conquest of Bakhmut, which would be the first Russian victory since the Ukrainian counteroffensives at the end of last year, is at the center of the rivalry between the Russian Ministry of Defense and the Wagner Group founder, who has been trying to gain political strength. For several months, and recent weeks, Prigozhin has criticized the monstrous military bureaucracy and politicians, even accusing the Chief of Staff, Valery Gerasimov, and Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu of treason for not delivering ammunition to his mercenaries. The war in Ukraine has given the Wagner Group commander dreams of grandeur, says Russian researcher Tatiana Stanovaya of the R.Politics Center. Prigozhin is now a very visible figure in the Russian scene, she says. With the war in Ukraine, he has gained public attention and he likes that, she concludes.
That's it, folks, we've reached the end of this news issue. We hope to have brought you relevant and useful information. Keep following our channel to stay on top of everything that happens in Brazil and in the world. Don't forget to leave your like and comment below, and until next time.